Nice hand for Steve-O, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a nice hand.
I'm an uncle. I have an 11-year-old niece, but I follow her on Instagram. I think that makes me a pretty good uncle. But we had a problem recently, right? Because on Instagram, my 11-year-old niece posted this thing that said something or other, and then, if you do not repost this, your worst week starts now. And I saw that and immediately unfollow. I cut her out. I cut her right out. But then I felt bad. I felt really bad because, you know, like she's in like 5th grade. So I called her up and chewed her out, right? I said, listen here. If you ever threaten me again with your voodoo hex, witch curse crap, we're done, okay? Now I'm a pretty cool uncle, right? But that shit stops with the 5th grade black magic bullshit, right?
So no more Jackass for you, right?
You know, I still have it in me.
Still a Jackass.
Yeah, but at the moment, no, like we're not doing Jackass in the traditional sense. There is some other Jackass sort of related project, but it's something else, man. So yeah, the answer is not really no.
How do they insure a movie like that?
That's a good question. You know, the first one, it was just, the movie didn't exist until we got done. They shuttled the money like untraceably to it. They're like, okay, go ahead and make that shit, and then once we find out nobody died, then we'll like buy it, like, you know. And that was how it worked. But then later on, I'm not sure. I don't understand. I think that it's some mob shit. I don't know.
So your niece is how old?
11.
11. Does she have any other uncles?
She doesn't. No, it's just
boy,
me and my sister are the two. Yeah, I know.
Just you and your sister are the uncles.
Right.
But I'm the same way, man. When somebody sends me one of those things to forward this to 10 people, I said, that's not going to happen.
I know. Well, the thing is,
superstitious.
Yeah?
No.
Are you homophobic?
No. Why?
Well, because to me, I just had like this little parallel, like saying, like for me to say I'm not superstitious, but if you tell me something bad's gonna happen, I'll believe you, is the same thing as saying I'm not homophobic, but I'm terrified of faggots. Which is a bad thing to say.
So,
which is why I said it hypothetically in the third person, you know?
So you would never walk under a ladder?
Well, I didn't even know about that one, man. I honestly didn't know. I balanced ladders on my face and stuff. Now I'm like gonna be scared to do that.
Would you walk under a ladder that had a gay guy on it? So have you ever had a tattoo removed?
I've done some cover-up action.
Oh,
this could be dangerous territory because like this seems like a pretty conservative crowd, but. At one point, like I had a friend, right, and we were talking about how neither of us would ever want to have kids, and we were like, oh yeah, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a tattoo of a baby with the circle and the slash going through, like no kids, which would have been really funny. But then the more we drank, it turned into, oh, maybe I'll get a tattoo that says like fuck babies. But then the thing was that I was like looking at I'm like, I'm kind of word heavy already. There's a lot of writing going on.
Well, you like to read.
Right. Right. I got all the words tattooed on me already, so what I did is I wound up getting a tattoo of a guy fucking a baby. And as soon as I walked out of the tattoo parlor, I realized I'd crossed the line, you know? Because the first people I showed it to on the sidewalk, they were all excited to see me. They were like, no way, Steve-O. And I said, look at my new tattoo, and the look of horror on their face, it just told me that I crossed the line. So I went back and I blobbed over the baby, turned it into a blob, and then I turned it into an ostrich.
Nice.
Now you know when the cover-up is a guy fucking an ostrich. You know that was a bad tattoo, man.
Steve-O, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Steve-O.